The contractor nobody knew. The day I realized my silence had power was the day I understood that nobody in the company even knew my name. Even though the system they depended on was built by me. My name was Julie. I was not on the company chart. I had no employee profile, no desk, and no place in company photos. Officially, I was just a contractor hidden under a vendor agreement. But the most important software in the company was my work. The company, Kavara, sold financial software to banks. The system automatically checked business performance and helped banks make important lending decisions. Because it handled sensitive information, it needed strong security and compliance controls. I built those controls. The system could detect unauthorized changes and automatically report suspicious activity. It was designed to protect itself even from people inside the company who did not understand how it worked. The only executive who understood my role was the CFO, Marcus. He gave me freedom and trusted my judgment for more than 2 years. We worked together perfectly. Then Marcus became sick and took medical leave. During his absence, Eric, the vice president of strategic operations, took control. Eric loved presentations, reports, and cutting costs. He cared more about spreadsheets than understanding how the company actually worked. When he discovered an unknown contractor on the budget, he decided to remove me. He sent me a message asking me to explain my value to the company. I did not argue. I knew what was coming. A few days later, Eric called me into a meeting. He told me my contract was terminated immediately. He ordered me to delete all company data and files from my computer. Before leaving, I asked him one question. Can you put that order in writing? Confidently, Eric handed me a signed document telling me to permanently delete all related files. I saved a copy of the memo. Then I went home and did exactly what he asked. I deleted my local files, development tools, and documents. However, Eric made one big mistake. He believed my files were the system. They were not. My real work was the security architecture inside the software. I had built identity checks, audit records, and compliance rules that monitored any unauthorized changes when my credentials were removed without the proper process. The system detected the problem. It reported a compliance failure to the company's banking partner. Within hours, Kavara's $18.5 million credit line was frozen until the issue could be investigated. Eric had no idea. He continued celebrating his decision and told everyone he had removed unnecessary expenses. Then Marcus returned. The bank had sent the warning directly to him because the entire compliance structure had been approved under his authority. When Marcus learned that my credentials had been removed without proper procedures, he demanded answers. Eric claimed I was just a contractor. Marcus asked him a simple question. Did you authorize the deletion? Eric said yes. Then Marcus asked whether he had checked the system requirements, reviewed the compliance rules, or arranged a proper handover. Eric had done none of those things. The truth was obvious. He had removed the person who understood the foundation of the entire system. Legal investigators reviewed his actions and discovered multiple failures. There was no offboarding plan, no replacement, and no approval from the proper teams. The signed memo became the evidence that proved Eric's mistake. The company placed him under investigation and removed his access. The bank then requested that the original architect of the system verify its security. For the first time, they officially recognized my role. I logged in using temporary credentials and reviewed the damage. Everything happened exactly as the system was designed to happen. The security checks worked. The audit logs recorded every mistake. The system protected itself. After restoring the required compliance modules, the bank's status returned to normal. Marcus later contacted me and offered to discuss a long-term contract again. I did not answer immediately. I was no longer angry. I simply understood my worth. The company had learned an important lesson. Never remove the person who built the foundation before understanding what is holding the building up. Sometimes the quietest person in the room is the one keeping everything from falling apart.